So meanwhile, turning to the Republican clown car, that is the Republican primary. I guess Republicans are in Iowa. Rick Santorum trying desperately. I got to think that Rick Santorum is looking out at the field and saying, well, if Bachmann wins, they're not going to need another Christian fundamentalist on the ticket. Let me see if I can create some foreign policy bona fides. So he's in Iowa, and he spews out this. Literally, you could say this if you had just read a Time magazine article. He doesn't read Time, I'm sure. I'm sure it's something like the right-wing equivalent of Time, because it's full of lies and ridiculousness. But my favorite part of this, of course, is when he uses the Rush Limbaugh construct of President Obama throwing people under the bus. That's been a long-time construct when he threw Reverend Wright under the bus and he threw this person under the bus. He mixes that metaphor with a pro-dictator sentiment. Beautifully done. Kudos to you, Mr. Man-on Dog, and here is that sound now.
Rise up and do something. You're saying, well, let's go after Americans' allies, because America's going to back down and not support them. Well, obviously the first ally in the region is Israel. And so why are we seeing boldly the Egyptians post-Mubarak bringing Hamas and the Palestinian Authority together in an alliance? Okay? So Obama throws Mubarak under the bus. The new regime, military regime in Egypt, brokers a deal between Hamas and the PA, and now the president rewards that by saying we're going to go back to the 67 border. You don't have to be a rocket scientist if you're sitting there in the Arab Muslim world thinking, well, how do we deal with this guy?
Well, and I think Santorum's hoping that there's no rocket scientists in his audience or anyone who has any notion of what he's talking about, because A, Obama never said we're going back to the 67 borders. B, it has been long-standing policy of the United States government to essentially go back to the 1967 borders. C, the idea that President Obama had the ability to throw Mubarak under the bus or do anything in that situation is a complete folly and lie. And D, one would expect that we would actually want the freedom of the Egyptian people to overthrow their dictator. And I would also say that and I love how he says the PA and Hamas, because I can guarantee you there is no one in his audience in Iowa who knows what he's referring to as when he says the PA. They don't know there's the Palestinian Authority and Hamas. They just don't. I know they don't. They just know there's Hamas and the Palestinians. And they probably don't even know about that deal between Hamas and the Palestinians. And they probably don't realize that the reason why Hamas has more legitimacy in Palestine and the Palestinian territories is because the Bush administration forced these elections on the Palestinians at a time where everyone who had any sense of anything understood that Hamas was going to win. They're the legitimately elected representatives of the Palestinians. And the idea of splitting Hamas and the Palestinian Authority and trying to isolate Hamas has categorically and unequivocally failed to bring any progress to peace. But, I mean, isn't somebody in that audience going like, wait, hey, weren't we in favor? I mean, wasn't Mubarak a dictator? I mean, how was this helping? So he's sitting out there talking to the Christian Zionists and trying to position himself as a guy who, I know foreign policy, PA, man. I just refer to Hamas as H.